let's get things started with your national days of the week. Starting with tomorrow, Monday, September the 1st. It is I am looking at these for the very first time. Okay, I see what they are. I'm thinking, which one of these things can I work with? And when I look at Monday, September the 1st, I realize none of them. I can't work with any of them. I'm going to make something of one of them. I needed to pause for a second. Here we go. Monday, September the 1st. It's National Mail Order Catalog Day. I don't know. I did not know mail order catalogs still existed. I mean, I think I get periodically, that say buy our products, and it's a bunch of pictures of their products. But then you go to their website. I don't think mail order. I guess you could, if you had nothing better to do. I guess you could use a mail order catalog and write down your choices and your selections on the card, and then go get a stamp and put it in an envelope and send it off, hoping that maybe one day the carrier pigeons will deliver your message to the correct address. That's what you could hope for. Or www.randomcatalog.com, and you go in there and you punch around buttons and you fiddle with things and you spin things. Who is still using mail order catalogs? I don't know who you are, but if you exist, you are probably a geriatric. And that's okay. I'm not going to take this away from you. You have very limited time left. So enjoy yourself on Monday, September the 1st, National Mail Order Catalog Day. Tuesday, September the 2nd, it's National Potato Day. I love potatoes. I do. I think they're the most versatile thing on the planet. I don't know of any other thing that can do as many things as the potato. You can make French fries with a potato, and you can make vodka with a potato, and you can power your alarm clock with a potato. So yeah, and there are other things that I can't remember right now, but the reason I chose National Potato Day as one of the options that I had available to me is because my lovely betrothed brought home two. Who does that? Who goes to the store and picks out two potatoes? No sane person, no normal person does that. A normal person, like the rest of us, tater tots, that's a good one. A normal person, curly fries, another good one, is you get a 5-pound bag of potatoes. Anytime you go get potatoes, you pay the extra 30 cents and you get 5 pounds of them. And you could do all kinds of things. One of the other things you could do with them, my mom was good for this, is put the potatoes underneath the sink and let them grow new potatoes. We never ate we never ate the potatoes that grew underneath the sink, because where were they getting their nutrients from? Just all the chemicals that were underneath the sink? They were probably quite toxic, but you'd leave them there long enough, forget you even had them, and they would start growing their own spuds, and those spuds would grow into things that probably would kill you. So number one, if you buy potatoes, buy the 5-pound bag, always. Number two, I'm no longer referring to vodka as vodka. It just doesn't sound healthy when you tell people I like drinking vodka. But if you tell them I like to drink potato juice, they're going to think you're weird, but they're also going to think you're healthy. Think about that. On Tuesday, September the 2nd, National Potato Day. Moving on. I like that one. I like that one. That was pretty good. I think that's going to chop up nicely. Yes, we can do. All right. For the live audience, I'm going to share what my options were. Now, I know the one I'm already going to use, but I had to think about it for a second. National Bacon Lovers Day. Who doesn't love bacon? Me. I'm fat and I've got a heart disease. National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. I've never had a chocolate pecan pie day, and I'm not starting now. National Accessible Air Travel Day, which is the one I will elaborate on, but it also finished with National Grab Some Nuts Day. And I really want to do National Grab Some Nuts Day, but the people who listen to my show and watch my stupid videos, I work with them. And I don't need the trouble that comes along with the potential of certain people, you know who you are, responding to National Grab Some Nuts Day. I don't need that in my life. Terrorists do like bacon, James. I'll tell you that story someday. They not officially. All right, here we go. Wednesday, September 3rd. It's National Accessible Air Travel Day. Now, I don't do any research and find out what any of this stuff means, but if we had to talk about accessible air travel, what are we talking about? Protected peoples? Are we talking about protected peoples? Because doesn't everyone pretty much have access to air travel with the exception of terrorists? I don't think we want them, people on the no-fly list like DNI, like the DNI Tulsi Gabbard. We don't want her flying around. No politics, no politics, no politics. Accessible Air Travel Day. That you live near an airport? I don't know what they were thinking, but what comes to my mind is beefy. It is no mistake. I am not delusional, okay? I am not trans fat. I am fat. I get it. But there are people who are delusional. And when I say I'm big, I stand near them so I look small, okay? There's some big people out there, and they're entitled, and they're delusional, and they think they should be able to fly in an airplane even though they couldn't fit in this seat, right? That's how big they are. Their structures are breaking down. They just got like a fat lob there and one there and a leg that's got an extra leg on it. They're just extremely fat people who think they should be allowed to fly in airplanes. And you shouldn't. I'm sorry. I'll be the one to tell you. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's unhealthy the way you're living. It's unhealthy the way I'm living. We should all work to be better. But if you are ginormous, okay? If you are really, really big, you can't fly in a passenger airplane. And that's not non-air travel accessibility. I just think your options are different. And this is T-Bone's standard. It's an unpopular opinion. It's one of T-Bone's unpopular opinions of the day, which used to be a button on the wheel. I got to fix that. Here's what I think. If you, as a human being, weigh more than 350 pounds, and I don't care. I don't care if you're tall, and I don't care if you're muscular, and I don't care if you're incredibly obese. Andre the Giant is a perfect example. The Big Show is another example. These people are too big for airplanes. Of the passenger variety, they should all fly as cargo. And I don't think that's wrong. Everywhere there's a plane landing, there's a cargo plane landing, okay? And a cargo plane has got room for cargo, and they could have a couple of extra big jumpy seats. So if you're 7'10", there's plenty of leg room. If you're 1,000 pounds, you don't disturb the weight of the plane. You don't take up 3 seats. Oh, I bought 3 seats. No, don't care. If you have an emotional support animal that weighs more than 100 pounds, you and the emotional support animal, your weight is combined. You should fly in cargo. That's the way you fix things. Think about that. on Wednesday, September the 3rd, National Air Accessible Air Travel Day. Thursday, September the 4th, it's National Toilet Paper Day. I'm not talking about it. I'm just going to ignore it and pretend that you can't hear it. That's right. September the 4th, National Toilet Paper Day. But we at the Lunsby Show, the Supplemental and the Warno, have always said for years, let's not have a National Toilet Paper Day. Let's have a National Bidet Day. We, strong supporters of bidets. Chick Brew, she lives there in Europe. That's what they do. It's all bidets over there. And in America now, they've made bidets more convenient and accessible for everybody. For as low as $50, you can have an incredibly clean bunghole without the use of very much toilet paper. And with only like 2 bars, she uses like 2 sheets, 2 squares. 2 bars is the most efficient person I know when it comes to using TP. TP 2 bars. She has many nicknames. So with a bidet, the only thing you use the toilet paper for, just a couple of dabs will do you, is to dry off. And if you got some flushables, those are reusable as long as it's just water on the thing. You just whoop, 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 and it's still water. It's just clean. I don't want you celebrating National Toilet Paper Day. I don't want you using toilet paper. As we recently learned in an episode of the Lunsby Show, 27,000 trees a day are cut down to make toilet paper. We can reduce that number significantly if we use water to clean our bungholes. Now, think about that on Thursday, September the 4th, National Toilet Paper Day.